going to die, is it?
All right, we're just waiting for our players to ready up.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a ready from Leviticus. We just need to get a ready from John. And there it is. And here we go.
Our countdown.
3, 2, 1. Pins!
All right. Looks like Leviticus here has a very spread board. It's almost like a hurricane, an eye in the middle of his board. Meanwhile, John Nash with a pretty good amount of clusters, but I'm really noticing a lot of the blue Savage focused on that left side.
Exactly, and there's not really an opportunity now for him to work on those blues horizontally, so I think he's just going to burn them down and with the blue in column 2.
I actually like how he burned that garbage away to get the red clear, saving himself drop time. Every bit of drop time is so important. You're taking a quarter of a second onto your clock for every row of drop time.
Definitely. And Leviticus has an interesting situation in that you see he's got some double friendly stuff, but it's not as low on the board as you'd like it to be. There's that double red yellow, but it looks like he's built up a platform that's going to help him later. And he's got that opportunity. He didn't seem to really like it that much, but it works for me.
Yeah, it's going to be... Looks like he might be a little bit particular in the choice of piece he made. I thought he might have been going for a double blue there to clear out that right side, but there it is as we're talking about it. But looks like the end game is probably just going to take out that one on the right side first. No, I'm proven wrong once again, and there's a clear, just needs one more, and John Nash out at 121. Leviticus at a 130, though. It's not far behind.
While these players did start 10 seconds apart, it's not who finishes first, it's who finishes with the least amount of time elapsed. So that 10-second gap could be important here once we get later on into this match. But as far as we're going by time here, I would say Leviticus with just a slight lead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think
early lead right now.
Right, and he has a little bit of advantage, as you can see in column 1. John just cleared it, but he had a misdrop with the blue-yellow. I think another one just happened. Maybe didn't get that flip as soon as he would like.
And John Nash also playing on high speed. You know, he mentioned it earlier. He's susceptible to a lot more errors on high speed because those pills lock in just a touch faster. So you'd have a little bit less time to react. A great sweet tee by John, though, as he's at 15. Leviticus at 11 here as both players getting close or over 2.5 minutes.
Leviticus not really happy with this misdrop. You see him shaking his head. That's normally my trademark move. But if he is able to clear out that blue, I think we're talking about row 5. If he's able to clear it out horizontally, it won't be that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good for him right now. It just needs to find the right thing to clear out that left side. He's got the right pieces to do it. And there we go. So going to open up that board. Looks like he'll try to take care of the red horizontally. That looks like a good move today. And he's going to get it. He'll get a nice little double there. Just needs to get 2 more blues. And
Meanwhile,
13.
Meanwhile, John Nash, quite buried on his bottom row, has an almost clear on a couple of those blues horizontally, but a big spire in column 5 preventing him from really doing anything. So he's forced to clear vertically on all 3. Looks like he's just waiting on blue-red. Looks like he might abandon ship and force that horizontal in row 1, and he will out at a 327.
Meanwhile, really fantastic drop combo from Leviticus. Dropping a horizontal with the stuff falling down above it. Looks really great. Already it's 23 to 36.
Yeah, already looking pretty good on both players' ends right now. Bit of a yellow-less board on top for John Nash. It's got a lot of reds and a lot of blues. Not really much of a place to put yellows right now, but you can see Leviticus's board a lot more variety, although it's not many blues available. So once those start disappearing, that's gonna be the piece he wants to avoid.
11 viruses to go here for Leviticus. 26 for John Nash, as John Nash again having a rough go here of it on 25. It might be the high speed that's getting to him. I I believe he normally plays medium speed.
Well, it's interesting. I think you're right. He does normally play medium speed. He has not played in a tournament in a couple of months, and then he came back with this rip-roaring qualifier, his best ever. So I think he's made some adjustments to his game, and I think that can always change a little bit under pressure.
That's entirely true. That's one of those things where you've made a good game adjustment, and now you have to be able to keep it up in a tournament setting. That is entirely possible, and what could be happening here. But he's still holding on very nicely. Let's see, as Leviticus is out at about the 5 minute mark, so it's going to be a pretty close one going into this final level.
John Nash starting to get some garbage drop his way here. And has there's the corners on both sides to worry about here. Really, the big problem is going to be that red in column 8, because he's almost forced to either go after these yellows underneath, and it looks like he might do that as he's got that blue cleared out in column 7.
Speaking of blue, Leviticus has a lot of blue on his top line. Had a moment of hesitation with that red-yellow in column 7 and 8, so it looks like he's going to have to drop a lot of yellow on top of that to drop that garbage. But it seems to be making some pretty conservative plays. Nice horizontal with the reds.
Leviticus down to 14 viruses, down to his final red on 9 here. Nice little clear off to the side there in that corner to get that last red off the board. So with a relatively double-friendly board as well, Leviticus could quickly put this away as John Nash starting to get going here north of 6 minutes on level 9.
Yeah, but there's not many viruses left for Leviticus. As you said, it's all yellow, all blues. Now it's going to be all blue remaining. And Fortune's going to smile upon thee. He's going to get just the right pieces. He's out at 639.
639, although Leviticus doesn't seem particularly thrilled with that.
Well, he did, in the weekly checkup, I'll give a plug for it, we always play the level blocks from the tournament the night before, and he did get a 540 last night, and so he was hoping to recreate that magic, and maybe he still will.
One of our magical Canadian players. Very strong Canadian, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost, I don't want to say
contingent.
Contingent, thank you, of players. We've got Leviticus, we've got Snipe. I know there's another Canadian player.
Dars,
thank you. Sarah is not Canadian.
Sarah is close to Canadian. Pacific Northwest.
If Sarah's Canadian, then I'm Canadian. So...
I think Dawn is also Canadian, yes. For some reason, for a second, I thought Dawn lived in Wisconsin, but he does not. He is from Canada.
Don't you know?
It's still not a bad finish there from John Nash. Got finished up with a 751.
All right. It is 1-0 in favor of Leviticus. Close enough, Canadian. All right. Let's get readies from both players, and we have them.
Here we go. Game 2 in 3, 2, 1. Pills!
Leviticus trying to sweep this away. The winner of this match will be facing, I believe, the winner of Frank and DM Hero. So a very challenging opponent ahead for either of these competitors. But as it stands right now, they need to John needs to get through this quicker than Leviticus. Leviticus, again, looking to put this one away early.
Mm-hmm. And John is in a pretty difficult position. Really, just look at that block of red and some of that yellow garbage there. He's going to have to take a lot of drop time probably to clear off some of these spires. It's going to be a little bit of a messy one.
Yeah, that is going to be really concerning to see. It's like it's all reds and all yellows up at the top. You see, he only got that one blue virus there on the right-hand side of the bottle. Can't really do much else with that color, so unfortunately, any other blue is going to be junk at this point.
It's really rough when you have that one blue tucked away and RNG really just doesn't want to cooperate with you. Though John does have the right frame of mind here. Looks like he's going to try to get some stuff off the board virus-wise, while also trying to keep some color combinations for garbage.
And meanwhile, all Leviticus needs is a couple of blues. And finally, that little mini blitz we thought was coming was over.
And
out at a 124.
And I think that time it's fine. I think it's fine.
It's absolutely fine.
Anyways, as we hit the 90-second mark here for both players, John's still struggling over there on that right side, and it's really due to the board RNG more than any misplays. Incredibly rough going there to start off for John Nash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that
good
board
opening
was
to finish it
terrible.
off, but oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he gets
Meanwhile,
this, he's going to get the combo here. He'll get out.
Out at a 159, I know he's not satisfied at that. You can see it. Absolutely not satisfied. But John Nash has a chance to get things going here, while Leviticus down to 20 viruses. Has a pretty healthy board there. Really starting to run out of blues, though.
Mm-hmm. I think also, too, you're seeing him making the decisions before the next pill appears in the next box. And so there's been a couple of moments where maybe he had the opportunity to clear something out quickly with a horizontal, but it hasn't mattered too much based on the order that the pills have been dropping, actually.
We're hitting the 3-minute mark here. Leviticus down to 9, and John Nash with an exclusively yellow top line, and now not getting reds, as it almost seems RNG taunting him right now.
He is doing a good job setting things up. He'll get that big T, and he's already cleared those reds out of the way.
Really cleaned up that board with that T.
Now it's starting to give him a little more red trouble than he'd like. Gonna have to try to clear that blue out of the way if he wants to clear horizontally and get that red column in column 1 open.
Meanwhile, Leviticus not happy. He's out of level 8 level 7 at about a 320. That's a little slower than you'd like to see, especially if you're gunning for a sub 7 time. And Leviticus doesn't really have much use for red anymore, so he's going to be playing probably an elaborate tuck game to get yellows and blues working efficiently.
And he does. He's out at a 351. Looking live, it's about a 18 virus difference between the players as we get a nice little double there from John Nash. But look at that. It's a very blue-heavy top line. Looks like he might be waiting for a T to pop in.
John Nash could have used a yellow-blue he got earlier to make a big T. Would have gotten 4 viruses off the board. Would have set up the double for the yellows in column number 4. Elected not to go for it. And it looks like RNG throwing him a bit of a curveball now. As it maybe almost wanted him to do that. But he still got that nice drop cross there. Got a few viruses off the board and is going to start working on that right side, it looks like.
Meanwhile, Leviticus managed to turn a bad situation into a much better one, had a misflip, and then decided to build up to it horizontally, placing some other things on top, and then triggered it, all of it falling perfectly and clearing out the middle of his board. It was a great move.
As we hit 5 minutes, both players down to less than 20 viruses here on level number 8. Leviticus down to 3, now down to 1. John Nash also in single digits and had the double blue. I might have thrown that off to the left side.
Yeah, but he's going to get the double to clear it out of the way. That left side is fully open, ready to go. He's going to take care of all that. He just needs one more yellow. Oh, okay, going to go that way. That's actually not too bad. That'll go to a 1 drop, and he's got it out at 529.
So not far behind is John Nash. Only 3 viruses, but Leviticus has setups for a lot of stuff here. His big problem, Savage, is the lack of yellow here at the start.
Yeah, exactly. That yellow is really heavy towards the bottom. An amazing, amazing tuck. That's what you can do on medium. Manage to get things into columns 2 and 3 all the way from over on the right. So he's going to make some good work of this, and the board is diversifying.
And this is a good combo here for Leviticus, keeping that board clean. Really has a double-friendly barge in that lower left-hand corner. Meanwhile, John Nash at 26 viruses has a lot more scattered of a board. Not very helpful for your mid-game. End-game is reasonable to deal with, but not something you want to see when you're already behind the 8.
Yeah, he's already down by about 13 viruses, now about 14, as Leviticus is just pushing down. Just needs a yellow and a red. He's going to get it, and he's out at 635.
So
What a finish.
2 solid runs for Leviticus. Got the win. He'll go. He'll take the 2-0 victory, advance to round 2, and we'll have to wait and see as they'll be taking on the winner of Frank and DM Hero. Although the benefit to being doing a Friday match in the lower part of the first round bracket is you don't have to do anything tomorrow, so Leviticus can get a little extra time to warm up without any pressure of having to face anybody. John Nash. Hopefully he got an improvement to his clear rate, because very critical at this juncture in the season to keep that clear rate low, as he will be out at a 718. So we will see how that factors into clear rate. But right now, John Nash on the bubble. Leviticus very securely into the championship in December.